What's up? Welcome to Anime Seats. Go ahead and sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable, cause I'm back with another scene review, and this time we're watching Dragon Ball Z. Take 2. Let's get it. Hey man, spoiler alert. Spoil.
Shut up! One more sound and I'll give you something to cry about. Your father is dead. He gave his life to save yours.
Daddy!
Don't you dare cry! I'm not going to warn you again, got it? You'll see your father again. I'm sure he's told you about the Dragon Balls. In the meantime, you will stay here and undergo my training. You're going to learn how to fight. Your father and I barely managed to defeat the Saiyan who kidnapped you today. 2 more Saiyans, even stronger, are on their way to Earth. They'll be here in 1 year. That's why you're going to train, so you can fight by our side.
I'm just a kid. I can't fight with grown-ups.
You could be one of the strongest fighters on Earth.
No, you're wrong.
Let me show you.
Hey, what are you doing? Please, let me go! I do that?
That's right. So are you finally beginning to understand? I'm going to help you unlock your potential, so you can grow to be a true fighter like your father and me.
I don't want to be a fighter. I want to be an orthopedist when I grow up.
Is that so? First you have to help us defeat the Saiyans when they arrive.
But I'm afraid.
You'll be far more afraid of me if you don't do exactly what I say! Second, you're gonna have to learn fast, kid. And I don't plan on going easy on you like Goku would.
But I'm afraid.
Well, that's too damn bad. Man, Piccolo hit him with that scene from Hoes. He wasn't trying to hear none of that. This scene in particular is great because it represents growing up faster than expected. It is shown through the character's limited choices and man versus nature. The limited choices. Man, Gohan's whole world was turned upside down. He didn't know what to do. I mean, he didn't have too many options. Either he does what Piccolo says or suffer the annihilation of everyone on the planet. That's right, the Saiyans are coming. They coming. OG, Vegeta, and Nappa. To Piccolo and Gohan's knowledge, they're just as strong as Raditz. And if you watch my last review, we already know how that went down. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. So, I can only imagine the fear and anxiety that must be going through this child's mind. Talking about, like, you gotta fight grown-ass men. Little Gohan gotta square up to the Saiyans, man. Unfortunately, he has to bear his father's burden and step up. Piccolo needs help. Goku's dead, and you got way too much potential to just sit idly by. Time to get to work. Ain't no time to be an orthopedist. Hell, I didn't even know what that was. Apparently, they correct deformities of bones and muscles. So, he has to put his dreams on hold, or should I say what he thinks is his dream. Like, come on, did you know what an orthopedist was? Don't lie now. I'm pretty sure most people don't, let alone children. So I think Chi-Chi, his mom, must have put it in his head. Who can blame her, though? Goku was a fighter. Her father was a fighter. And she was a fighter, too. So she has the experience of how treacherous that road can be. How much you can get hurt. And she only wants the best for her son. So she did what most mothers do and babied him. Gohan is her precious little boy. Her pride. Hold on, let me work up the vocals. Her pride and joy, man. He's used to a life of domestication. A cozy house with a warm home. Nice cooked meals, a soft bed, a routine sleeping schedule, mother's affection, kisses and hugs. All that. And now you're told you have to undergo training by this evil green dude screaming at the top of his lungs. And in that training, you have to live out on your own. Man versus nature. And now Gohan has to fend for himself. Say goodbye to your childhood. You're in the wild now, and it's scary, it's dark. You don't know what you're gonna eat, where you're gonna sleep. It's cold and you're starving. That's the harsh reality. You had a choice, but did you really? Like, did you really have a choice? The only bright side is that he's half Saiyan, so he has the power in his blood. Unlike his father, though, he's not used to living off the land. He's never done this before or done anything like this. Everything pretty much scares him, and there's no one to wipe away his tears. Thankfully, Piccolo kept an eye on him. You know, he watched out for him for the first 2 days, secretly giving him 2 apples on his first night and a little sword after his rampage as an ape. You know, the Saiyan's power. However, for the remaining 6 months, it was just him versus nature, going up against the many different creatures and dangers of the wild. And although it's frightening, he's gaining experience that he'll never forget. Survival of the fittest, man. That's the beauty. That's what's important here. He had to learn about the new world or he would cease to exist. You'd be surprised where the journey takes you and what you can accomplish when you have to do something. Not when you just want to, when you have to do it. And he's acquiring new skills and techniques, learning how to cook because you're tired of eating like shit, learning how to fight because you're constantly tested by those around you. That's what he's learning. This is what Gohan is going through. Did he want to quit? Did he feel like he was going through hell? You better believe it. But he came out stronger than he's ever been. After a while, he was no longer the crybaby that he once was, and he knew how to take care of himself. Gohan would have never knew he was capable of this if it wasn't for that moment with Piccolo. The initial scene puts everything in motion. It was the starting development of his character and the reason he was adored by many fans of the show. Growing pains, man. So be like young Gohan, because you never know what lies ahead. Well, anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you got something out of this. Peace.